The AgDataGrid enables you to easily change the default text displayed throughout the control. This is useful if you're localizing your application or simply want to present the same statements using different words. In this video, you'll learn how to change a default string at runtime, so let's get started. I'll start with a new Silverlight application project. I expand the Solution Explorer and right-click to open the Add Reference window. I hold down the Control key and click to select the following components. I click OK to add them to my Silverlight project. Next, I'll add namespace references to the devexpress.agDataGrid and devexpress.agEditor's CLR assemblies. In the Layout root, I create a new AgDataGrid control and specify a name for it. I save the project and switch to Code View. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to use a simple list as my data source. I add the following class to store the data, and another class to create some test data. Now I need to bind the grid to data. In the page's default constructor, I set the data source property to the getData function of the product list class. I run the application to demonstrate the default behavior. For the purposes of this demo, I'm going to rename the text displayed within the Column Chooser window of the grid. I open the column's context menu and click to invoke the column chooser. You can see here the text that I'm going to change. So let's close the browser and return to Visual Studio. I'll first add a reference to the devexpress.agDataGrid.localization assembly. Then, I'll add a new custom localizer class that inherits from AgDataGrid Localizer. The AgDataGrid Localizer class represents an object used to localize grid interface elements. I'll override the getLocalizeString method and specify the replacement text for the column chooser empty text string ID. Finally, I need to make the AgDataGrid Localizer aware of the custom localizer object so that it's used at runtime. To do this, I set the active property to a new instance of the custom localizer object I just created. And I'm done. I run the application again to see the results. I invoke the column chooser again, and you can now see that the text has been replaced with the one specified in the custom localizer class. Thanks for watching, and of course, thank you for choosing DevExpress.